What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the glorious Crypto Den. I thank you for tuning in. My name is Jake Tullis, or JT, and I know things. So, I want to cover as quickly as possible everything you need to know, fast, quick, dirty, for your convenience, about all of the SEC activity, these lawsuits, what it means, what the future of crypto in America might look like, all of those fun topics. For those who do not know, I am the fund manager and founder of Bleeding Edge Capital. We are an exclusive digital asset hedge fund based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I have nothing to sell you. I am just here documenting my research and documenting what I am doing every day or what I'm looking into week by week to hopefully bring awareness to crypto, add value to you, and just educate people because this space can be intimidating and scary. I am a long discretionary long fund manager, which means I'm a value investor. I put money in long time horizons. So the shortest time horizon an investment might have could be a month swing. Um, Mostly we are long term here though. We buy dips, we hold, and we take profits in bull runs. And that's mainly why you follow me. I am here to be your voice of reason and calmness in this tumultuous market that we choose to play in. So, all right, getting right into it. The SEC is actually, I'm going to go a little bit higher. The United States of America is taking an anti crypto approach, and there's a reason for it. They're doing that because China did it. When China started their CBDC program, okay, back in 2017, they did a pilot alpha and beta test in the Shenzhen province. You can Google this, it's very interesting, but their CBDC protocol has been under development since that time, okay? And actually sooner than that. If you go to cbdctracker.org, you can go look at all of the state nations and their research and development into their own blockchain technology, which is what CBDCs are. CBDCs are tokens on a government's own private permissioned blockchain. Okay. America is working on building their own so they can compete with BRICS Nation. China was successful because what they were able to do is essentially stop their citizens from accessing cryptocurrency while they built their own chain. Then, when their chain was done, they made crypto real property, meaning it is like a deed or something. Like it is super important and critical, and every citizen can play with it now. But they have to use digital yuan. And digital yuan, since it's on chain, is a token swap when you go invest in Bitcoin now in China. So, with one touch of a button, essentially a line of code, China could stop their citizens from accessing certain currencies or assets on chain. That is the benefit to governments using CBDC protocols. Business logic or language is actually encoded in the token. That means, and the Shenzhen, project, like if they want to take 10% of your monthly earnings, they're saying at the end of the month, where you're going to lose 10% of what you were paid, and we're going to take it directly out of your account if you don't spend it to stimulate economic growth, let's say. Or if they wanted to make extra income through tobacco products or liquor or whatever, they could do that on a transaction by transaction basis. It would happen automatically. None of the places you're buying that from would have to update their software. It would just kind of happen on the transaction since all those transactions would be happening on chain now. That's the new settlement layer of their transactions. This is a massive infrastructural change. America is at least 3 to 5 years behind. We haven't even started alpha tests that are public. So, with the Freedom of Information Act, I don't know if they're doing it now or not, or if they have been. I feel like they have to be forthright with this stuff. And as far as I can tell, the past two cities who have been approached about running an alpha test, which is the first of many tests, it goes alpha, beta, pilot, full production. Okay, so alpha's beginning. They cannot even find an alpha test location with 50,000 citizens. Every governor has told them to pound sand. America is doing all of this so they can stand up their CBDC blockchain for us. Okay, it's China's playbook through and through. Now, all these lawsuits, I promised you that. So you have to understand, this has been going on for a long time. Coinbase has been the kid in the front of the class with their hand up. They are the nicest company to work with in blockchain for the United States government. They were meeting with Gary Gensler consistently for about 6 to 8 months. If you don't believe me, some random dude on YouTube, I get it. Listen to Bankless. There's over 50 episodes that cover this stuff. This is where the majority of my initial information comes from, and then I validate online through those resources, okay, and the different resources I have with Mazari and everything else. So, they met with the SEC for an extended period of time. After those meetings concluded, they were served with a Wells notice asking them to cease what they were doing or they would sue them. Then the lawsuit came. We knew it was coming. Coinbase sued them first. They asked for a plan of what would be a security, what wouldn't be. SEC ignored it and just filed suit like they have. In that lawsuit, they've named a bunch of different altcoins that are apparently securities, and they also sued Binance, and they have way worse stuff for Binance than they do Coinbase. You know, Binance, they are allegedly doing very inappropriate things with entities that were owned by CZ or Changpeng Zhao, the founder and owner of Binance. But Coinbase really was just saying you're operating an illegal securities exchange, which is comical because Coinbase is a public company. The SEC already let them go public. And now they're saying, hey, great business model. You're very profitable, but you're doing it all wrong. We should have never let you went public, blah, blah, blah. And the worst part about all of it is they're claiming that they didn't follow the procedures and guidelines, etc., when the SEC had none. Legally speaking, it's hard to find a place where the SEC has a leg up or ground to stand on. And I think that's the point. I think this will be drawn out over the next few years until the CBDC is stood up, and then the SEC will lose finally, and then floodgates will open. But in order to play, you got to use your digital dollar, just like China. It is playing out exactly how we at JT Knows Things, the We Know Things community, believed it to be. Okay? What this means for you, you don't need to sell anything. If a token becomes a security that you own, if you're self-custodying in a cold wallet, that changes nothing. Next time you go to an exchange, nothing will be different. It'll still be a token swap. They'll just be able to know what you own, how much you own, so they can properly assess your net worth, taxes, and everything else that they intend to do with the CBDC in the future. So stay calm, stay tranquil, keep your head down. I'm proud of you for doing this research. I know it's difficult. It can be hard some days to watch one more video, read one more article, but this is the greatest financial opportunity we will have in our lifetimes. So stay strong. Take care of one another, and I will talk to you all next time. See ya.